I like Vegas because it just motivates me to want to be more. I made the decision to move to Vegas in 2022. And the reason why I made that decision, I just signed a deal that was amazing. I was very thankful for it. And I was able to, move here and take care of myself. It was scary because I was leaving my mom, I was leaving my whole family, I was leaving my support system, and I was just like, hey.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they got to the arena earlier tonight. I'd say that's a squad ready for action. Happy Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Rizachet out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And for Golden State, Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. And then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Money in at the 1. And in the second game of a back-to-back, it must be hard to keep your energy up on consecutive nights.
Well, it's why we see so many coaches sit healthy players for the second game, but the NBA has done a great job over the past 4 or 5 seasons cutting back on back-to-back nights where games are scheduled, and the players spoke up, and the league listened.
There's Young with the 3, the rebound by Post. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Outside Irving. And there's the drive. Money misses. Now here's Young. Defense is right there.
Watch the screen. Screen coming.
Outside Hunter. Releases. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass to Money. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Oh, the turnaround jumper, count it.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Young with the bucket.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Drawing the foul down low, Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his teams always finish in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Pass to Okongwu. Hunter against Kuminga. Puts it up from 12. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Money with the bucket. Here's Young. He's got 5. From outside the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Here's Money. Oh, and 1. Hunter with some nice D.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Here's Daniels. Oh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. To the inside. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. To the middle. Hunter, good. And this game is tied up now.
Good move for Hunter to get to the inside, and he just navigated the defense well.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
They retain possession. Here's Bufkin. Another one falls for Atlanta.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Here we go, attack. Here we go. Get a good look. Good look.
Here's Money. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. Three-pointer. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Clark with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Money. No good with the triple. And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Money with the bucket.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Here's Bogdanovich. Nice D from Moody. Here's Money. He's got 17. Pulls it from the top of the key. Doesn't go that time.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And welcome back to our Turkey Day celebration of the NBA on 2K Sports. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
It's all about the offensive boards. I mean, they're just a statement about toughness.
You played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
And out on the wings, Zach Rieseshay has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Clock is at 3.
And 1.
Offensive board. Pass to Bufkin. Launches it. Connects from downtown. Bufkin's got 5.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Money. The rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
From behind the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
The Hawks have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Bufkin. To the paint. Here's Clowney. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Money. 22 points for him. Off the mark there with a 3.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Pass to Okongwu.
No shot.
Shoots over Wiggins. That's good from Okongwu. On the assist from Rieseshay.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option. The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Count the basket. Money's got 7 now in this quarter. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Rizachet. That shot missing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range, but D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. The Hawks leading. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Tyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. Then there's Onyeka Okongwu. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Rizachet in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far.
Get going.
Here's Money. And he lays it up and in. Money's got 26.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Back to Hunter. Takes a 3. And Atlanta misses again.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Trailblazers was a man on a mission. He had 46 points. He was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again with that grab.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, we've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Buffkin. He's got 5. Launches a 3. The shot misses. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. For the lead, Money with the bucket. Money's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Atlanta's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Buffkin, right now averaging 6 a game. Money grabs the miss. The Warriors have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. 54 seconds left in the third. The shot comes out.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And here's Clark for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Pajemski's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Money. He has 29 now. And that one good. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hawks trail by 4.
Get going.
Now Bogdanovich. 9 points in the game. Over Moody. A rebound by Post. Here's Money. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Left side, Bogdanovich. And here's Clark for three. No good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. And then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors 5. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 8. Outside Hunter. Hits a three-pointer.
And the defense better start respecting DeAndre Hunter from that kind of range.
Here's Money, guarded by Young. Money with the bucket.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Hawks trail by 7. And stolen by Irving. Good on the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively and just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
Just great offense. The screen freeing them up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Atlanta with possession here. 9-point game. Here's Daniels. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. Money grabs the miss. Money's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Hawks trail by 11.
Set up!
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now.
Get there!
Hunter in the post. Kuminga's on. There's Young with the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Oh, deflected. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And I'm sure the players will be staying hydrated with some Gatorade during this timeout. It's so important that they maximize their ability to recharge during a short break like this. The Warriors lead by 9.
Here we go. Get a good look.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Count that one.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Young looking around.
No shot.
Just 5 on the clock. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. The Warriors have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. And he makes the first. Mark is checked in for Daniels. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Here's Money. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Money's got 47 points.
Oh, what a nice find by Kyrie that time, balancing his offensive attack.
Here's Money. Wiggins outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Money. Guarded by Young. Money. It's rebounded by Rizachet. Hawks trail by 15. Pass to Clark. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu. That gives him a double-double in this one.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Warriors.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Money.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Ooh, good chance here for Hunter. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Well, Hunter doing all he can right now to explore areas on the floor where he can score.
Here's Money. Guarded by Young. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Money's got 55.
Impressive job by this team, and you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Puts up a 3. Warriors with the rebound.
So disruptive defensively out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports.
Relax. But he was like, hey, I'm with a whole bunch of people. I got to call you back, okay? He was like, man, I love you. I got to call you back. And I waited for him to call me back. I didn't get a call. Went to bed. Get a call from my younger brother. And it's like, when you get a call at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know it's not good.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a... Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Warriors, the athletic front court pair, Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Running out there with Irving. And it's Post in at the center. Clark, it's tough to wear down either team in this matchup because of their depth.
And, Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Now here's Gordon after the miss from Money. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Sweet move by Porter Jr., getting around the contact and finding the hoop.
Here's Money. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Good snatch, Gordon.
Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Now, here's Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Jokic on the follow.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Passes it to Money. From downtown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Clark Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
And here are the Nuggets now. They trail by one. Pass to Jokic. Porter in the corner. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Both misses the shot.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to catch up with the Warriors head coach. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers.
Warriors trail by 14. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kyrie Irving is out there with Money. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Santos in at the 3. Money, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Takes the 3, and good, the 3-point shot, good for Money. Money's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Warriors. To the wing on the left, Strother traps in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Money, 8 points for him. Banked in off the glass. Money's got 10 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Brown. His last outing, he had 8 points. Takes it inside. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Money Denver grabs the miss.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the miss by Jamal Murray. Out of bounds, Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Warriors making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And it's the Warriors on the break. And Wiggins throws it down.
Nicely executed play there. The pass on target, and Wiggins with the explosive finish.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Murray surveying the D. Here's Jokic. The layup missed.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Strother. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Murray for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, money in the last outing against the Hawks was all business. He dropped in 55 points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It was a night to remember. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Warriors trail by 11. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the basket by Money.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Now, here's Isaac. He's got 10. Count that one. Pickett's got his second basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Boy, what a slick move that time. Made the defense look absolutely clueless.
Anderson with the double team. Here's Isaac. Misses the 3. The Warriors have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Money. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Crowther. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Pickett. No good that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Warriors trail by 7. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Both free throws good for Money. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16.
Who's got a ball?
Right here, right here.
Here's Pickett. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The high post shot. The shot will not fall.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 5. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Money.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Second half is underway. Here's who Michael Malone's got on the floor. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
Here is Porter after the made shot from Money. 6 on the shot clock. Porter finds Murray. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Money. To the middle. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Start it. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Nikola Jokic. Averaging about 27 points per, 11 assists, and 11 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Now Porter, after the missed 3 from Money. He can't get it to go.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Money's got 24. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Brown. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
For 3, Murray drills it from outside. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, the defense has to respect Murray's range. I mean, there's a reason he's a volume three-point shooter.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say, with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. And here's Porter, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Inside, here's Jokic. The shot, no good. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Money. 24 points for him. Jokic grabs the miss. Porter kicks to Murray. They get it back. And finished off by Porter.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Timeout called the Warriors. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clarkey has fought through so many... Here's Money. He's covered by Murray. Money. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Money's got 27 points. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The athletic front court pair, Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Irving is out there with Money. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity. Now the pass to Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his third assist on the night. Warriors trail by 7. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Money. Jokic defending. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Murray following the score by Golden State. Jokic inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Oh, the lob to Irving.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Get it going.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Denver.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket, and that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Murray for 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Money. Offensive rebound. Kuminga, no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Driving to the basket. It's blocked. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Christian Brown's checked in for Denver. Here's Porter. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Boy, the mechanics of Porter Jr.'s shot are just so efficient. Almost automatic. Gets the ball and puts it right up into the shooting pocket.
Here's Money. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
So it's Denver now. The Warriors making the shot. Murray, good.
Using the soft touch, Murray rainbows it up and down.
Here's Money. That 3 off the mark. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Porter. Passes it to Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. Warriors with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Money. Off target with his three. And so here's Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Gordon the pass to Brown. There's Porter with the three. That one, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Way to go, baby!
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. "26 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
A multiple MVP winner. I mean, the former second-round pick Jokic continuing to add to his legacy. Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbound pass and not waste too much time at all.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Money. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 4. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. Here's Irving. Here's Money.
Put it back.
So the Nuggets win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.
Shout out to one of my subscribers. His name was Kobe, and he actually died from cancer. And his mom reached out to me and told me, my son used to watch you every single day and be so happy. You got him through his cancer treatment so much just watching you. That's all he did was hold his tablet and watch you every single day. And that made me feel so good, but it also...
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Mitchell. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Money in at the 2 spot. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Off target with the 3. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Mitchell, the pass to Dort. Back to Mitchell. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Here's money. Check by Mitchell. Count that bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Now the Warriors with it.
Here we go, attack. Here we go. Get a good look, man. Good look.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. To the inside. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And there's no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's money. Check by Mitchell. Fades and shoots. Money misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Kuminga against Mitchell. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those balls.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Money with the bucket.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
So it's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 2, and keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket. So let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. So for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Green comes in for Williams. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Mitchell. That one falls, so he hits both of them. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Hartenstein. The Warriors pull it in, coming off a win against the Hornets.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road. You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Ooh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
Use that.
Jones feels it out. The rebound by Post.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Money. Give him 8 points now. It's Anderson on the wing. Pass to Money. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Podziemski. Money from the wing.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying, you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
There you have
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Money in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Inside. Jackson-Davis with the bucket. Jackson-Davis has got his second basket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Thunder trail by 6. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Here's Money. Baseline jumper right on the money. Money's got 10 points.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
That one goes. Count it.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Here's Money. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Money. They get it back. Another shot. And he lays it in. Money's gotten 4 this quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the triple.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Hornets was outstanding. He contributed 42 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
A chance to get a quick injury report. Now for an update on Tyus Jones' injury, let's check with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Thunder. He said it's a thigh bruise. There's a little knot in there that needs to get worked out still. Right in the middle of the schedule, some unfortunate timing for sure. We wish him the best on his recovery. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
Yeah, just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Santos has checked in for the Warriors. On the break.
Get going.
Here's Money. Here's Jackson Davis. It's tipped. To the middle. And Mitchell with the slam.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Thunder trail by 5.
Down screen. I'm through. Turn down. Use that. Get through.
Pass to Jones. There's the triple. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Yeah, you can see that Tyus Jones almost prefers to shoot out of the corner.
Here's Money, defended by Jones. Shot from the top of the key. Money with the bucket. Money's got 8 here in this quarter. 11 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Jones. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
On the court for the Thunder. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Mitchell out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. Here's Money. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Money's got 18 points in the game. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2-point game. Holmgren with it. Jackson Davis on him. Holmgren with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The shot off that time. Lets the three fly. Money with the bucket.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Thunder trail by 5. Williams in the post. He's watched by Kuminga. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Money misses.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Curry at the rim.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Timeout called, the Thunder.
Lots to talk about here, guys. I mean, losing momentum and looking for answers.
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Green comes in for Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And that comes off the assist by Green. He's got 12.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Money. Back to Moody. Here's Money. Checked by Mitchell. From the top of the key, Money misses.
Come on.
Thunder trail by 6. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Got a hand on it. Here's Money. 23 points in the game.
Hey, Pink coming.
To the paint.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass.
Strong foul.
Mitchell, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Anderson's checked in for the Warriors. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jones comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Money, defended by Jones. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Money misses. Thunder trail by 6. To the inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
The Warriors lead by 8. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Who's got tired? Out! One more!
Floats one in, and the foul is called. He missed it, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials... For Oklahoma City, Hardenstein. He's checked in for Holmgren. Draymond Green comes in for Jang. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Down low. Here's Jackson Davis. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And it's Jones with the ball for the Thunder. Trailing by 8. Wiggins and Kuminga to forward. A lot of bounce there. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Money in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Golden State on D. Outside, Green. Here's Hardenstein. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Thunder trail by 10. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Money with the bucket.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closely. Nice D from Moody.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. They swipe it. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Comes up empty down low. Now the Warriors with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. And, yep, it's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, so dangerous in pick and roll. He's going to keep you off balance because he can score it or facilitate.
Money misses. Thunder trail by 14. Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization, what's your ownership like, what is their commitment level to winning, what is your front office and the decision-making process like. But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in. What you love about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Warriors.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for money.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today, made great reads, and distributed the ball accordingly.
Banked it in off the glass. Money's got 35.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Here's Money. Check by Mitchell. Money misses. Shoots over Curry. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce.
We are excited for the start of the WNBA season.
We definitely are. It's right around the corner, tipping off on May 16th. So next week we are diving into the W.
You might want to dive in now and check it out. Then come back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific for tips on how to get the most out of the mode.
Until then, enjoy the game and get W's in the W.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And welcome to 2K Sports. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Mitchell. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Money in a shooting guard. Count it. Well, this game has that extra juice tonight. 2 NBA Cup group winners going at it.
Yeah, these have been 2 of the best Cup teams in the West. This should be a fantastic game. A spot in the semifinals is on the line. Defensively, you have to stay connected to them on the perimeter.
Outside Mitchell. Shot from 12. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Money. Inside.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. About a minute into this first quarter, Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Dort outside, takes the 3, and he buries his first look.
You see Dort's growing confidence over time, comfortable rising up and firing off the catch.
Here's Money, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Last time they met was right here, and they were able to come out with a win.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Yeah, in talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling, keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And Williams punches it home.
Explosive move from J-Dub, great athlete.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
B.A., it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. He's a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Now here's Mitchell. 14 points for him last game against the Golden State Warriors. Dort. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Kuminga against Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Anderson's checked in for Kuminga. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, a dangerous offensive player. His scoring average stands at almost 30 a game. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved. Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He has been so impressive on defense, and it really comes down to effort. He has been working so hard to terrorize the offense and keep them under pressure at all times.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Anderson passes to Moody. Back to Anderson.
Watch it, Connor.
Blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. And the Warriors making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter.
Yeah, I know. He usually makes you pay from that range.
To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Thunder with a lead. Dort with it. Now Podziemski defending. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, sweet move. And it's good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Money misses.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Misses from close range.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
To win the cold spell. And again, no good by Golden State.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. No one near him. Offensive rebound.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Here's Money. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the three.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 5. The Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
One shot.
Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Moody. And it's Santos in at the 5, down low. That's the Warriors 5. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Thunder was outstanding. He dropped 35 points. And then you look at the steals, the blocks, terrific all-around performance from him. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And finished off by Anderson.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. The offensive rebound.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Get it going.
And he lobs it up top. The lob. Very well done. And it's now only a 5-point Thunder lead.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. And Hartenstein with the lay-in. Hartenstein's got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Money. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Money. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
Hey, had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Looking to end this cold spell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Gilgeous-Alexander can hit you with a lot of moves. Tricky to defend.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the 2nd.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Here's Money. Off with the layup.
Got to appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Taking a look at the Thunder. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Mitchell out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Here's Money. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Money's got 10 points in the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Down low. Here's Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. He can make that pass in his sleep.
Money with the bucket.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Help! Help!
Stolen by Wiggins.
Yeah, a 4th turnover there. That's just a rough, sloppy game.
Here's Money.
Grab the board!
He can't get it to go.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Money. 12 points for him. They grab their own miss.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. The Thunder with another miss. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's by on defense.
Pass to Dort. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep.
Timeout.
So Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And the Warriors call time here. And as the coaches draw up their... And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If you just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Here's Money. The Thunder with the rebound. Hardenstein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Here's Money. And again, no good by Golden State.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night, so they're forcing someone else to beat him. Back after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Stephen Curry, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Moses Moody, and it's Money in at the 1. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Money. Drains the triple.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Williams against Wiggins. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson-Davis has got rebound number 7 tonight.
Get going.
Here's Money. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Oh, there's the alley. Curry against Williams. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist from Williams. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Money. The 3 is up.
Curry. Come get it.
From the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Dort for 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, plays D, and there's your 3.
Hey,
Here's Money. They get the rebound. Jackson-Davis can't hit from in close. Thunder leading by 10. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Oh, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But got to give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Thank you for that, Allie. Goes up again. Jackson Davis with a bucket.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and rejected. Here's Money. He's covered by Holmgren. Here's Money. And counted from 19 feet away. Money's got 20 points.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from 14. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're behind by 10. 1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luguentz Dort.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
Wow, he delivered exactly what they needed in this one, injecting much-needed energy into this squad and helping them bounce back from that last loss. Money misses. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 10-point lead, and Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Money. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Fires the 3.
Put it back.
And they recover it. It's Podziemski on the wing. Pass to Money. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Here's Jackson Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Thunder leading by 8. A minute 4 left in the fourth quarter here. SGA using that size.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Thunder.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luguentz Dort.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's Money. Hartenstein pulls it in.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. Here we go, one-on-one.
And one.
Here's Money. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Money misses. And here is Williams. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce.
We're back with another episode.
Welcome to a special presentation. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Rain Man. Moses Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Irving. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low. And for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk on the wing, he's paired with DeRozan. And it's Fox in at the 1. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for Sacramento. The 11-footer got a piece of it. Here's Rain Man. From the arc. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And here are the Kings now. Now Fox. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Here's Rain Man. And Sabonis pulls it down. For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. From the left block, and it's Monk that time on the assist by Fox.
And this is where Monk can do major damage, the catch and release.
And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step back 3, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants. To do.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, RJ, we talk about DeMar DeRozan scoring, but he's also a terrific passer.
Yeah, his first couple years in the league, DeRozan averaged less than 2 assists a game. Now, making plays for others is a big part of his game.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's DeRozan. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
A smooth pull-up by DeRozan. There's so much confidence behind his shot.
Here's Rain Man. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Rain Man. Rebound by Murray.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
And Fox gets it to go.
Flashing that creativity is so much fun watching Fox carve up defenses like this.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical. But that's part of our job.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 5-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Sabonis is out there with Jones. And there's Monk. Then it's Keegan Murray. And it's Ellis in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Murray down low, defended by Moody. The shot by Monk is no good. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Jackson Davis. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Here's Ellis. Hasn't made one yet. He dishes it to Jones. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Shot from 12. And there's Monk on the assist by Sabonis.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
No good on the triple from Rainman. Sacramento leading by 5.
Here we go. Get it going.
Monk outside.
Got you.
Ellis kicks to Jones. Pass to Monk. 3-pointer, 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jones has got the lead up to 7 now for Sacramento.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Rainman. He drains the quick shot. Rainman's got his first basket of the night.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Buries the long-range jumper.
This is a big reason why Monk is so important. It's his accuracy.
Here's Rainman. From outside, off the mark.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Monk. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Timberwolves was terrific. He added 37 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. The latest chapter in what's been a great string of games for him. They'll be looking to add on to it tonight. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Here's Rainman. And the Warriors miss again.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Wide open look here for Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Moses Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Rainman. And it's Irving at the 2-guard spot.
And they've only got a slight edge.
on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Come on.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 9.
From the wing position, DeMar DeRozan is one of the best at finishing through contact.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Rain Man. Knocks down the step-back J. Rain Man's got his second bucket of the night.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
And they're running. Launches it from deep. Monk grabs the board.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Fox with it. Now guarded by Rain Man. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That'll be his second foul of the game. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Murray outside.
Get outside.
Clock at 6. Outside, Fox. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. He's got 14.
A smooth-looking three-point shot. I think Fox is feeling it.
Richard, you talk about the fastest players in the league. De'Aaron Fox is in the running. And I say that literally.
Kevin, he is at his best when he is attacking the lane. He's a lefty that is a tremendous finisher. And his floater, arguably, might be the best in the game.
Here's Rain Man. Sabonis trying to get open. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Monk. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Duran comes in for Sabonis. And it's Ellison for Malik Monk. Fox, no good. Warriors trail by 17. Shot from the wing. And no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
With the way he can stop and start, it's impossible to take that pull-up away from Fox.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Holmes.
Come on.
David.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA, thanks. Corey Kispert's checked in for Fox. The Warriors also with a sub. Joe's checked in. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. To the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting one.
Think about the impact that Steph has had on this game. Him and his team have changed the way the game is played. They have ushered in the three-point era.
Fox feeling it out a bit. Monk dishes to Fox. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And that's 18 points for De'Aaron Fox. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Rain Man missing. Outside, Fox. It's deflected. Here's Duran. That shot, no good. And so it's Sacramento controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fox is at the point. Monk out on the wing. Duran out there with Corey Kispert. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Sacramento.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of the deep.
Warriors trail by 20.
Get there.
Here's Rain Man. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Monk's got 4 rebounds in this game. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Sacramento making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in.
With his skill and athleticism, Monk is a very valuable piece in your rotation.
And Rain Man missed.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
And that one is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Durant. Nice defense from Kuminga.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Rain Man missing.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Duran finds DeRozan. Back to Duran.
Hey, balance it out.
Outside DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Over Moody.
They haven't attacked here with the same sense of urgency in the second half, settling now for jump shots.
Here's Rain Man. And the shot is long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Sabonis, the pass to Monk. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Warriors shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Here's Rain Man. Finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk we could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Shoots. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Fox has got 22.
He's having one of those nights. Fox just filling it up.
Here's Rain Man. No good on the 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
A pass to Fox. Good on the triple. Fox has got 14 points here in the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they're able still 2 more to go in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for De'Aaron Fox.